Hello, true crime community. I'm back again, but this time I would like to talk about the Debbie Collier case. And this is a really sad case. She was, I'm going to use my notes again, so bear with me. Debbie was a front office manager at Carriage House Realty in Athens. She was married to Stephen Collier, and he was a loan officer at a bank in Athens. It appeared Debbie went missing September the 10th. The last known message from Debbie was a Venmo transfer from an account belonging to Steve Collier, which is her husband, to Amanda, which is her daughter. The police identified her as the daughter. The message with the transfer says, "They're not going to let me go. Love you. There's a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door." Police said the transfer was for $2,385. The report was made a few hours after the daughter received the Venmo payment. The husband stated they went to bed that night before, and they slept in separate rooms due to him snoring so loudly. He woke up Saturday morning and went straight to work. He didn't check on his wife at all. Daughter stated her mom had no mental or suicidal issues. She had recently been in an accident with her car and possibly injured her back at the time, so she couldn't walk very far. Her car was in the shop, so she had been driving a Chrysler Pacifica SUV, which was a rental. Her daughter stated she left the house carrying only her license and debit card, which I don't understand how her daughter would know that that's the only thing she took with her. It's weird that the daughter says that's all she took. How would she know? Investigators discovered her partially burned, naked body. She was laying on her back. Her right hand was grasping a tree. She was badly burned, especially her abdominal area. And there was a partially burned tarp next to her and a red tote near the body. Law enforcement do not believe she was kidnapped or that this was a suicide. Habersham County Sheriff report said the investigation indicated that the incident was drug-related, which is weird. Cause of death still pending. It is being treated as a homicide, and there is no known motive. The night of 9/9, the husband said he went to bed around 9 p.m. Neighbors reported a commotion. Neighbors reported screaming and fighting the night before she went missing. Police usually will start with the husband and the immediate family. Why would the daughter need to know where the house keys were? It said that she had been living with her parents prior to this incident, but I didn't really find out where that was confirmed. But the last time she was with her mom was Friday night. They ate dinner and ran some errands. This is for sure a murder mystery. They did issue several warrants. The husband, Stephen, stated she had no plans for that day. She was supposed to hang out at home. I found this from the New York Post. They're reporting it in their paper. Neighbors heard commotion and their house. Neighbors heard commotion at their house the night before. she vanished. The New York Post stated she may have been involved in some kind of fight at her home the night before. The neighbor stated she frequently heard shouting from the house. Neighbor goes on to say somebody comes over to visit on the weekends and in the evenings, and there's always loud screaming and fighting. The visitor was a younger woman, the neighbor said. When the husband was approached by the New York Post, he declined to speak. Another neighbor in Athens stated Debbie and her husband were reclusive people who didn't mingle with others. They would have barbecues on the block and little get-togethers with the neighborhood, and they would never be a part of it. And then some information I found out on Amanda. She had a boyfriend, and both were previously detained for domestic violence. Law enforcement questioned them, and they took their phones. Daughter of Debbie has a history of lying to the police and violent spats with her boyfriend, which was an MMA fighter. In May of last year, she told the police officers that her boyfriend broke into her house and, oh gosh, they broke into the house and he became violent with her. Excuse me. He has access to the home and had been living there with her. Cops charged her with falsely reporting a burglary and arrested Andrew with battery. Amanda was previously arrested in 2008 and 2012 for getting into, arguments and fights with her boyfriend back then. 2008 charges were dropped, and the 2012 she faced multiple charges. This included misdemeanor battery, simple battery, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespassing. She pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct, and all the other charges were dropped. She was sentenced, she was giving probation, but then she dropped a dirty UA, and they added 12 months probation, which she broke in 2013 when she dropped a dirty UA. She was then sentenced to another 30 days of imprisonment. She also was arrested for meth along with her boyfriend. Another theory is her mom has back problems. Could she have been meeting someone for drugs, for pain pills for herself? That's another theory out there. This is kind of interesting. The boyfriend, I have his name somewhere, but anyhow, his name's Andrew. Andrew, it's Giegerich. He just got out of jail, and he is supposed to go to a substance abuse program. It is an in-house program. It's called Victory Home Incorporated. Amanda and Andrew were ordered by court to stay away from one another, but they were living together in the house that belonged to Steve. The mom and dad said the mom and dad were just really getting tired of the domestic violence and told them, to, either move out or, stop the domestic violence and fighting with one another. One question that I was thinking about was, I wonder how much it costs to go to that Victory Home Incorporated, because that amount that she Venmoed to her daughter is a weird amount. And coincidentally, his facility was very close to where Debbie was found. Let's see, he was in jail on September the 16th for 6 days. And then, so another thing to look at is a criminal profiler said that this has all the signs of SA attack with volcanic rage. I have to think he was attempting to cover his DNA because of the burning in her abdomen area. The burning is important to us. It is a signature. Are we going to see more of this? Do we have a budding serial killer on our hands? This shows signs of a possible repeat sex offender. Anyone with information should call Habersham County Sheriff's Office at 706-839-0559. Some of the other things that I kind of wrote down was I was wondering if there was a life insurance policy. There's a picture floating around of Debbie like a year ago where she has a black eye, and it said that she fell down and received those injuries to her face. And I was just wondering if the husband has a record of domestic violence. Where did his phone ping? Does he have an alibi? Not sure. I haven't got to research that. I just kind of wanted to get this out there. And it's also said that the daughter had lost a baby that this was a while back. I'm not sure when, but somebody read it on her Facebook that she had a baby and it passed away. And so she had been struggling, you know, since this happened. And this may be why she got into drugs and why her life took a spiral downward. She does have a son, but I haven't found any information out about him. His name's Jeffrey Bearden. The other thing is, you know, the New York Post did say that, you know, the neighbors had been saying that there was arguing and fighting going on over at Debbie's house, but I'm not sure if that was verified. It was in the New York Post. And the other thing that I thought was kind of weird was, you know, when he got up to go to work, why didn't he stop in and say, hey, I'll see you later, or just see how she was doing? I thought that was kind of weird. Let's see. I think it would be important to find out if she had any, you know, anything under her nails, like if she was struggling or if she was fighting for her life. Why did she grab the tree? Let's see. People say she was a stay-at-home kind of person. Was she a stay-at-home kind of person because of her husband, or because she was really on, you know, social media a lot? She posted on Facebook a lot, and she seemed like she was really outgoing. But if you know, everyone that talks about her neighbors all say that they were reclusive. Let's see. I think that's about all I have. And so if anybody has any insight or anything to add, it'd be great. Yeah, the amount of money is really weird. And the other thing, is there a message in the amount of money? Is there a message in the Venmo that she sent? Because it's also weird. Because, you know, why would she take all the time to, you know, do the Venmo thing when she could have just dialed 911? I don't understand that either. That's really weird. The other question was, I wondered, with him being a banking loan officer, if he worked Saturdays a lot. I know that the mom did have several other Venmos for her in the last couple months. I know one was for gas at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and another one was for her to refill medications. And I was just wondering if, the husband was getting really sick of dishing out money to the daughter and all the drama that she had with her arrests and the MMA boyfriend, if they were just getting sick of it. And, did the husband get mad and, do something awful, which I hope not. And I really hope that the daughter is not involved, because that would be heartbreaking. I just can't see the daughter doing something this gruesome. So if anybody has any other ideas, it would be great to share, and maybe we can try and figure out, what's going on with this case, because there's so many red flags in this case too. I think it's really interesting, and I think she needs justice. I don't think she deserved what she went through, and I think she, with her holding on to that branch, I think that maybe, that might say that she was still alive. I pray that she wasn't. But anyhow, those are just my thoughts, and I hope you have a blessed day, and God bless you. And hopefully I'll be able to make another video. I work third shift, so I did this one as soon as I got home from work. So y'all have a good day. See you later.